Heading to Season 1, Dawn of the Ice Age, the first stage requires you to donate a variety of items. From palites to resources to Palmon tokens, there's a ton of things to donate and a bunch of rewards to claim, so it's important that you donate the right items. What's good everyone, it's Ploto Gaming here, and in today's video we'll be talking everything about season donations, what season donations are, what you should be donating versus what you should be saving, and finally, what the rewards are and what rewards you realistically should be aiming for. Season donations start at the beginning of a new season, where you could donate items to get rewards. The list of items you can donate are palites, resources, guild amity, Palmon challenge voucher, and finally, rare and epic skill fruits, Palmon tokens, and love wreaths. Each item has a certain value of points, and if you get enough points, you unlock rewards. From the rewards, you get your Omni Palmon tokens, Emergency Spark, and speed ups. You also get Mount Shoes at 1 million points, and finally, Opus Pearls at 8 million points. Each of your individual points also contributes to the overall server with server points, giving more rewards individually, but most importantly, giving fighting buffs as a server. That'd be at 100 million points where the server will get a 5% health buff, and at 1 billion points where your server will get a 5% Palmon attack and accuracy buff. It is imperative that you're doing your part for yourself and your server without compromising your account by donating actually useful items. So let's talk about what you should and should not be donating. We're going to be ranking all the items you could donate from worst to best. In last place is palites. You should never donate your palites. Although donating palites does give a lot of points, 100 points per palite, there are much more effective ways to use palites to benefit your account, and this event is definitely one of the worst value palite events in the game. VIP shop, upgrading your VIP level, or even mega refreshing treasure hunt is a higher priority, so save your palites to get value elsewhere. Next, you should not donate your resources. Resources and their counterpart speed ups is how you progress in the game. From building up your camp buildings, researching technologies, to healing and training amigos, you can never have enough resources, especially in the early game. Trust me, I'm at that point where I keep 2 building queues empty because I don't even have enough resources to upgrade my camp level, so do not throw away resources to donate to this event and use them to power up your account. Those first 2 items were a never donate, but from here on out, you can make a case to donate these items depending on how many of them you have and if you need them long term. Next is Epic Love Wreath. Epic Love Wreath are a very useful item, which can be used to breed rare or epic Palmon to get the best traits possible for your lineup. Ideally, you wouldn't want to donate these, but they give a ton of points each at 50,000 a pop. So if you need a couple more points to reach a milestone, you could donate some of these to get to those rewards. The Palmon challenge voucher is also an item I would not suggest donating unless you really need the 5,000 points it provides to get to the next reward, as using the challenge voucher as in the Palmon gives much needed XP, a decent amount of resources and speed ups, and finally, currency for the prestige shop. SSR Palmon for camp Palmons are also super useful early in the game, so I would not recommend donating them unless you're deeper into the game and have all your camp SSR Palmon stars maxed out. If you're not at that point yet, keeping your Palmon tokens of Palmons like Voltbolt, Lendanier, and Maximito handy is probably the best bet, so you can start generating more resources and shave time queuing items in your camp by upgrading all of your camp Palmon stars to the max level. So I would suggest not donating these Palmon tokens as much as possible, but if you need to, each token does give a pretty good payout at 5,000 points per token. Epic Skill Fruit is a similar story to SSR Palmon tokens for camp Palmons, where you want to keep a handful of them readily available to upgrade your camp Palmon skills to its maximum level. You could donate a couple Epic Skill Fruit, as you'll find the limiting factor for upgrading your skill level of your SSR Palmons will be your SSR Palmon tokens rather than the skill fruits. So I suggest looking at your SSR camp Palmons and scaling up their 3rd skill to the maximum you can at the moment, and from there, you can think of donating Epic Skill Fruit to help you get to a specific milestone for the rewards. Each Epic Skill Fruit does give 20 points each, so it can help you make up a lot of progress. Just make sure to save up enough to continue upgrading your SSR camp Palmon skills later on. Guild amity is pretty easy to obtain by being active in the game, although I would not suggest donating them until you cleared the shop of all the items you need, such as your Palmon Omni tokens, Mount Shoes, Dreamium, teleports, and all the speed ups. Once you buy everything, you could then think about donating guild amity, but it's only 3 points per amity, so you don't really get much points from donating this item. Common love wreaths are very easy to find in Palmon Survival, to the point where it feels like you get more common love wreaths than you can breed Palmon. Common love wreaths, however, are the basis of Palmon breeding, allowing you to get those desired S tier traits to SR Palmon so that you could test your luck to breed your main UR Palmon to get those desired traits. However, at this point when you're at Season 1, you should probably have quadruple S stats figured out at this point, so the common love reefs are pretty expendable. At 10k points each, they do give a ton of points to help you get more rewards, so I'd be pretty comfortable donating common love reefs and holding around 10 for yourself just in case you want to continue adjusting those S tier traits around. Rare skill fruits from my experience are actually more rare than epic or legendary skill fruits, however they're not that useful long term. At 10 points per rare skill fruits, you could comfortably donate these after checking your camp at Palmon to see if there's any SR Palmon that still need to max their 3rd skill. This might be a little bit controversial, but in 2nd place I'm putting the PvP SSR Palmon tokens as an item you can comfortably donate. In reality, during the course of Season 1 and beyond, you'll want to make sure you're running your best squad at all times so that you have the best trades to save speedups and resources, healing and training lesser amigos. If you're at Season 1, you should have at minimum a full team of decently leveled and starred UR Palmon, and even if you're using SSR Palmon, which are still very useful, they should be maxed at this point. Unless you're going for a high ranking in Apex Showdown where you need 3 solid squads, there's no point of leveling up your SSR PvP Palmon, as in the future, you'll be working with new season UR Palmon, which would take your SSR Palmon slots regardless. You can also hatch SSR Palmon through eggs whenever you need to, making these tokens easily accessible. That, alongside the fact that SSR Palmon tokens gives you 5,000 points per token, that is the reason why SSR PvP Palmon tokens are easily something you can donate to make up the bulk of your points in my opinion. SR Palmon and max SSR Palmon tokens are an instant donate in my opinion because of how common and underwhelming SR Palmon tokens are. And for max SSR Palmons, you don't need the tokens anyways, so this event is a perfect way to turn waste into value. SR Palmon tokens give 2,000 points each, while SSR Palmon tokens give 5,000 points each, allowing you to donate a good amount of points to get as many rewards as possible. The only point of caution I would say is for camp Palmons, make sure you max all of those camp Palmons before donating those SSR camp Palmon tokens, so that you could still get some extra value by maxing all of your camp Palmons to save more speedups and get more resources. So to recap, donate common love reefs, rare skill fruits, SSR PvP Palmon tokens, SR Palmon tokens, and finally, maxed SSR Palmon tokens. Donate epic love reefs, SSR camp Palmon tokens, epic skill fruits, Coliseum challenge voucher, and guild amity sparingly. And finally, never donate palites or resources. Let's now talk about the rewards. Individual rewards in this event are pretty good, giving 70 UR Omni tokens, 30 emergency spark, 60 hours of speedups, 50 horseshoes at 1 million points, and finally 20 Opius pearls at 8 million points. Ideally, you would be able to reach all of the milestones to get all of these rewards, but earlier on into the game, you might not have enough items to donate to reach the full 8 million. Each milestone requires more and more points the further up the milestones you go, so make sure you don't zero your account just to finish the full 8 million. If you can't reach the 8 million, the second best milestone is at 5 million, giving you majority of the value. Sure, you'll be missing out on 10 UR Palmon Omni tokens, 20 Opius pearls, and 16 hours of speedups, but it's not worth donating your palites, resources, or anything compromising your future SSR camp Palmons. If you can't reach 5 million points, go for the next best milestone at 3 million points, so on and so forth. As for the server side rewards, you just gotta make sure your server is active enough to make sure that enough points are given, because there are a ton of rewards there as well. From resources to palites to miscellaneous items such as horseshoes, love wreaths, speedups, and more, it is imperative that your server also gets enough points so that you and your server can benefit. Overall, this is a great event to get rid of items you don't need to get some extra value going into Season 1. However, don't feel the need to donate useful items that you will regret donating later on to reach the top personal point milestone of 8 million. That's all that we got for season donations. If this video was useful in any way, be sure to like the video, share it out to your guilds, and subscribe for more Palmon content. I'm now going into my first season, so I'm excited to play and create content on the way, bringing you guys alongside this journey with me. Let me know if you have any tips for season donations or anything about Season 1 in general, and what content you'd like to see in the future. On a side note, I just want to thank you guys so much for all the support in the first 4 videos we made, and I'm happy to announce that I'm officially a sponsored content creator of Palmon Survival. So expect a lot more Palmon Survival content from me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!